You know when you have circumstances in your life, like you really need to be in contact with someone, you really need to reach out to someone, and there's no way of finding them, and there's no way of it happening, and then all of a sudden it happens in the most unexpected way you can ever imagine. That's this and then some. I grew up Valley Stream, Long Island, lived on the same street my whole life, Jefferson Avenue, all the way up until 19 years old. Best childhood in the world. And all of a sudden, my parents, without warning, say, we just bought a place in Florida. What do you mean by that? We're moving to Florida. We bought the house and we have to sell the house. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. Who's going to Florida? We're all going to, I'm not going to Florida. What are you talking about? Even though I was 19, it was very devastating. I never needed to leave the street, the neighborhood. So we moved to Florida. Yeah, we moved to this house. Well, I'm just, man, I've never seen people wearing cowboy boots. Like, whoa. This guy's got cowboy, just the culture alone. But right next door, there was a girl there, Kristen. You know, she'd come over like, hey, you know, I can show you around, blah, blah. But she was a couple years younger. We started becoming friends. Hey, hang out with this group, and I hang out with the group. And a lot of times I was the oldest one there. And a lot of times it was like, hey, you can get us beer. But with Kristen, we'd see each other every night, and we'd talk and we'd laugh. And she started encouraging me, you know, why don't you go after your dream of being a comedian again? I went, I will, you know, one day I'll figure it out. And I was clueless to realize she liked me more than a friend. I just didn't see it. We were very close friends. I'd open up to her about a lot of things, and she'd open up to me as well. So with that said, she hooks me up with one of her friends. And we dated for, I don't know, like 2 months or so. But before we started dating, Kristen started dressing differently, and the friendship started turning into something else. During that period, Kristen stopped talking to me. Towards the end of this other relationship, that girl said, you know, we had a bet. I made a bet with Kristen. What do you mean I made a bet? Who would be the first one to break boundaries with you? I went, what? She goes, oh my gosh, she loves you. Like, oh my God, how did I not see this? How did I not see the way she started dressing? You know, I'd hear other people going, how can you not, like she's beautiful. You're not trying to get that? And like, I don't know, man, she's my friend. And then I started taking a couple steps back, and I started thinking of all the things she would say to me, and whatever issue I had, she was always there to support me, and we'd laugh really hard. And then I started looking back and reflecting on, wow, she likes me that much, never shows it, but yes, she's still there. And she went through the pain of watching others like date me that she set me up with. And anyway, all that's going through my head. But the thing that was most important was I lost my friend. I was working somewhere, so I didn't come home till late at night, so she'd always be asleep. And this one night, I got off a little early. I worked at Innisbrook in Tarpon Springs. I think I still have my outfit on. Thought I was the cat's meow. I prayed, I said, God, please, if I want to be able to talk to Kristen sooner than later. I don't want this to wait any longer. Please somehow make so we can pass each other. Or talk to one another. I really want to get this out of my system. I feel it's very important. I have a lot to say to her. As I turned the corner, I looked and I saw that she was in the breezeway. She was sitting in there. I pulled in and I quick got out of my car and I walked on over. I said, hey, is it cool if I talk to you? She went, yeah, come on in. And I opened the door and I said, I am so sorry that I hurt you, if I hurt you in any way, and I really miss you. She then opened up and she said, you know, I miss our friendship too. And I said, I didn't know you liked me. I had no clue. She'd be like, how'd you miss it? Did you see the outfit I wore that night? Did you see the outfit I wore that night? What about the times? Like, when I know I'm not the brightest human being, I'm sorry. And then we got very real with one another. And I started looking at her, like not looking like I want her, but I looking at her like, is this night gonna end on a kiss? Is this the beginning of something? And the deeper we talked, before that really had time to resonate, I'll never forget, she goes, can I tell you something really cool that happened? I was on Clearwater Beach today and I saw my longtime crush. Well, what do you mean? She goes, he was walking on the beach. This kid that I went to school with in Boston. I went, you kidding me? Are you serious? She's like, yeah. And we hung out, we talked, and he asked me to the prom. I went, that's amazing. So you're gonna be going to the prom? That's, oh my God, that's fantastic. And I was so happy for her. But as the night came to a close, there was a moment. You ever have a moment where you're like, is this that moment? And as we were coming towards the end of the night, the way she looked at me, we were about to say goodnight because it was getting late. I wanted to give a kiss in a manner that it's such a pure, loving moment, but without, sucking face, if that makes sense. I gently touched her face and I gave her a very gentle kiss. And I remember just the way she looked up at me. And it was such a awesome closing moment of all the emotions that were going on from the past that led up to right here, right now. I said, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. She said, hey, I have photography class with my friend, and you want to come with us? And I was like, yeah, we'll see when I get out of school, whatever. All I remember is leaving the next day from college, and I felt so good. The next day, I'm like, man, life is good. We closed that door, really came. We're all gonna be hanging out. I mean, it's all working out. It's all working out. I'm so good we got that closure and we can move on. And I'm pulling in my neighborhood. There's young people, most of them I knew, all over the place. I thought Kristen was throwing a party. I thought it was like a rave party. I didn't know what was going on. And as I turned in, I remember my mom came out and my mom said, let him, don't approach him. Don't approach him. And she had this like really protective sound in her voice, like, Jimbo, come in the house. Come in the house right now. I'm like, what is going on? And she said, sit down. So what's going on? Kristen got killed in a car accident. What? She says, yeah. She was at photography and they were driving up on the main road, US 19, and somehow, truck, boom. Didn't see the ledge just happen. And that was the first time I ever really had someone that close, death, and I just couldn't believe A, what just happened, and B, our conversation and everything that led up to that moment, and all I can think about was that ending moment. It was almost like a goodbye. Now you're in the process of a funeral, which, no offense, who created the custom of a funeral. Who said, I got a great idea. Let's take your money and let's put the deceased in the room and we'll make them look pretty. And then the people that feel the most pain, whoever's closest to the body, you got to stand next to the body while people come in and they march a parade of sucks to be you. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. How much did you really love the person that passed? You want the $15,000 casket? The $20,000 casket? What kind of casket? Tell us how much you loved your person and what's your budget, as we really make the best for you because we care about you. Ta-da! Who created that? It's the first time I've been to a funeral. That's the first thing that hit me, like, who? What is this? What is this? We'll walk in and I remember looking at it. That's the first time I saw a person that passed away. That's not Kristen. And it really started hitting me, and I started thinking about our deep friendship and what she really would want right now. What she really would want is all of us just hanging out, laughing, busting each other's chops, talking, just laughing. That's healing. That's healing. And she'd always tell that to me, like, you're so funny. When you make me laugh, it's like it makes my problems go away. It's like a healing thing. I walked out of the funeral parlor and I started talking to a couple of her close friends, and I'm like, you know, I don't know what that is. That's not Kristen in there. That's not Kristen in there. Right now, I imagine Kristen, she'd call me Goober. She'd be up in heaven going, Goober, Goober. You gonna get this party started or what? Can you believe all these people walking in here like, oh my God, it's not what I look like. Why would you put that makeup on my face? And I just kept going and going, and a couple people, 2 people turned into 5 people, and then they're like, remember the time when Kristen did this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh yeah, yes. And then at one moment, I remember stopping, and it was so surreal. There was a circle around me. There was a circle of people around me laughing. And I went, oh my God, I'm sorry. Because people were showing up like, is this where the funeral is? Or is this like a street performing show? What are you juggling? What's going on here? And they were like, no, keep going. Even family members like, please keep going, please. You meant so much to my daughter. She would call me and talk to me all about you and how funny you were. And that too was a moment while it was going on where I can hear her going, you should go pursue your dream again of doing stand-up comedy. We go back to her house. Her poor mom is just destroyed. Her father, everyone's destroyed. She has her brother, Sean. I could just see him. I go outside and I just look up and I got my eyes shut. I'm like, Kristen, please just, wherever you are, I hope you're in a great space. I don't know what all this is, but man, I wish I could just feel your sunshine, feel your love again, and just wherever you're at. Bro, I open my eyes, and there's a huge rainbow circle above her house. Now, I'm not saying, well, you know, I'm just saying the timing of that. And I went running in the house, and I called everyone out, and everyone came out, and oh my God, her mom started sobbing. Her brothers just we're all just looking up like, oh my God, it's Kristen, we love you. And we started playing all her music and all that. It was just such a, it all is like, wow, what is going on? So now, for some reason, I start doing stand-up comedy again. Funny how God works.